Welcome. Hello.
Hey, y'all.
It's your favorite girls. No bra required. Or you can feel free to be free and let it all hang out with hashtag no judgment.
Absolutely.
No judgment.
Titty shirts.
No judgment. Right?
Titty shirts. I'm just letting y'all know.
Okay, we're not. Coming. Well, you know, maybe since we like friendly competition, maybe you should sell your version.
Titty shirts.
And I should sell my version. Absolutely. And whoever sells the most shirts. We got to think of something good, but we got to think of something.
The like satisfaction of me winning is everything.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, see, this is how our relationship works, right? So we have very different personalities, which makes the show pop. So we recorded our first episode a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We're gonna release some. It's gonna be some good stuff on there, but we got into a little tiff about it. And now all of a sudden we're having a conversation about how we are working through our tiff, and from different perspectives, how one situation and why you should be mindful of your situations, because we were all in the same situation and we saw it totally different ways.
We did.
So we're trying to work out like our perspectives, and we want to come to a resolution, because problem solving is a super important skill to have, especially these days. So Bree was just telling us about how she felt about our last episode.
Okay, if y'all watched last episode,
and
y'all would have saw the question that was posed to myself and the rest of the room, even though we're going to pretend that the question was only posed to Blue and Josh. However, I had learned that my friend had been ghosted by a fuck nigga, right? So and he may not be a fuck nigga, but in that moment, he was a fuck nigga, okay? And see, I'm the friend that you can't tell me no shit and then try to moderate how I react, because what? Hold on. Okay, so during the show,
we're not going to rehash the show.
No, I'm just saying, during the show, she asked the question, and I literally gave her the answer. Now, the answer in which I gave,
in the manner in which you gave it,
nonetheless,
we're going to skip over that part.
Nonetheless, the response that was given was that of a friend who had just learned some disturbing information about a nigga who I was rooting for. You get what I'm saying? Now, when when you rooting for your friend, like, bitch, that's the one. He a tree girl. You could climb. When you're doing that.
So is that what this is about? Because I don't feel like
it's about this. It's about this. It's about, don't tell me a nigga ghosted you and we gonna we're not holding no, you gonna pose me a conversation about why he ghosted you, and so I asked you to run it down. Did I not?
You did. But I think what you're missing here is, my issue is not what you said. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. It's not what you said, because I believe that the information was important to have. Because, bitch, sometimes you do need to know the truth. Yeah, I just felt like, I understand that. But my issue was biblically when he got away from me, because, again, we already talked about I'm a processor. Mm-hmm. So I need time to dissect and disseminate the information that I'm receiving. So I didn't have a quick witty comeback for you, but my thing is, I tried to move away from that because it was getting uncomfortable, and you circle back around to it.
I'm gonna tell y'all this, you know you can't give your friend no information and she gonna shut the fuck up. You know me as your friend. You know who I am to you and who I am to everyone the fuck else. I am the real fiery Sagittarius.
Indeed,
you know what I'm saying? So you can't give me the information and then expect me to be mute, because, bitch, I'm ready to ride at dawn.
I understand.
I'm ready to ride at dawn.
I understand that.
Like, but bitch, I was rooting for this.
We were all rooting for you, like Tyra Banks.
And now he's ugly to me.
Okay,
and I don't like him. But and you better not answer his fucking call, bitch, because a week is too goddamn long.
I hear you.
And if you do, shame on you. Because we didn't get into a fucking tiff about this nigga, and you talking about some, well, you know, that's bae. I wish you would.
Okay,
I wish you would. Because if she say, hey, y'all, if she say that's bae, after the shit we just went through, we got a fucking problem.
Oh, really?
I wish you would. A week.
But ma'am, okay, can we flip the tables? And I don't want this to be taken as an attack on you. I'm just giving you another perspective.
All right.
When you were with your children's father, your ex-husband, see why when I say something,
I'm
listening. The situation.
I'm listening. I roll my eyes. Yes, it is.
It's an eyeball roll.
Yes, it is. Because why are we bringing that nigga up? God damn.
It is just to give you perspective on the same type of situation. Right. Like you was rooting for him, like you cool with him, like how dare you let him do that to you? I felt the same way in your situation.
And guess what? I divorced that nigga too.
And you did, but again, Brittany, you're missing the point. The point of it all is what I'm saying is the same way you felt about this guy, that's how I felt about you and him and me voicing my opinion. It wasn't a personal attack on you.
And I understand that completely. But you know I'm not finna give you no shit like no little I ain't never gave you no shit like that. I literally always have my voice is elevated when we keep keying, bitch. I'm already, turned, like you say, oh Lord, here she goes, she turned. All right, Brittany, get turned. All right. I'm at the end of the day, what I want you to realize is that I'm not changing my delivery because your feelings got hurt. Because sometimes your feelings being hurt is the kick in the ass that you need to not motherfucking let people play with you.
But sometimes your delivery doesn't get the information through because people are so turned off by the information.
It don't matter. I love you.
It does.
You gotta consider the source too.
It does matter.
No, when you're thinking about delivery, when you're thinking about, you have to assess the situation. Who is saying this to you? How they saying this to you only matters if you don't know that motherfucker. If I know that this is how you are 24/7, I know that whether it's me, your mama, my mama, bitch, you see how my mama. I love my mother. But at the end of the day, I give my mama the same energy. I give my man the same. I mean, sometimes I tone it down for him because he's a little, he's aggressive. But at the same time, I am a boisterous woman. I'm going to say what I need to say.
As am I.
It's going to be that, and as long as you know that I love you, which is what I continue to say, I love you. There is nothing that can go wrong between our relationship. If I'm telling you that what I'm saying to you is out of love, I'm hoping that you're receiving it out of love, then that's what the fuck I mean. Now, if I was just Josu over here and she was telling you, bitch, like the bitches that's finna be in these comments who don't know you, who's gonna give you backwards fucking information because they don't know you, bitch, I know you. Understood. And I know what you're capable of, and I know how amazing you are, and I know what the fuck you are for a man, and for a nigga to ghost you for a week, bitch, we riding that dawn.
Okay. And see, this is not what I got last week. You see it for yourself, and you can determine that. I get that.
And guess what? I
received this information
publicly. I'm sorry.
Thank you for that.
My friend felt that my delivery cut the wrong way. But I'm not going to change my delivery.
It's not about changing it, but I just got this. What you just said right now,
yes.
That I would have been like, you know what, bitch, you motherfucking right. But
well, bitch, you gonna say that anyway? Because when you get tired of being out of my presence,
oh my god,
when you get tired of not having the reel in the rock.
And then we have the Peanut Gallery, who will not be speaking today because they didn't want to have microphones, but they don't want to be a part of our little.
That's okay, show. Peanut Gallery. I am very.
They chose to run back and tell the motherfucker what I was trying to understand. Then they playing both sides of the fence, but that's neither here nor there. They work.
This is a team. They gotta root for us both. They have to say
it.
Yeah, and guess what? No, because Shanté is a brat.
See, and she wants
all her attention on her. She wants everybody to side with her. Brittany got mad at me, and she made me mad. Everybody be mad.
I just want people to see my side. It's not.
I'm talking about these niggas didn't even text me. They didn't say, Bree, you good? Nothing. I had to check the fucking temperature because of Shanté Nicole.
Oh my God. Take the
temperature. I had to check in the text.
Check the temperature for who?
For the room.
Why?
Because we're a group and we feel what we feel as a group.
Oh my God.
It was a little hot.
Oh, it was about 87 that day because your girl was on 10. And I can be honest enough to say I cried that day. I had a very nice, ugly cry in my car, like Red from Friday. I cried when I got in the car. I really, really did. And it was ugly. Anyway, and
my thing is this: that part affects me too.
Okay, but let me just
affects me.
Let me just get my side out because we know you have
you have a side.
I do have a side.
You're right, and I support your side.
Will she let me tell it though?
Thank you.
Yeah. So all in all, this is about me expressing how I feel to you, and I'm not asking you to change it, but again, even the tone today for me was different.
Yeah.
So it's like now I can get that. I understand where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Because the way it was coming from for me was you a stupid ass bitch and you should know better than that. And you did call me toxic as fuck. Just so we're clear. So that's why I didn't get that. So, but delving into all of this.
Sorry, friend.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. And again, we discussed some things with you, and I apologize for,
Absolutely.
However I have made you feel. We just got to speak up. And that's the thing about me. I'm going to speak up.
True.
About how I feel. Like, it's been so long, and that's kind of what we're talking about today, the power of words.
Yeah.
And the importance of what you say, because it's been a long time that I didn't speak up for myself. And I think that I am a little more sensitive in this phase of my life because I always got ran over. My voice never got heard. I'm getting emotional about this.
No.
Yes, because it's like this is important to me because I fight so hard to be heard because growing up I didn't have that.
Yeah.
So it was like I never felt seen or heard. Right. And I told you I did this self-improvement class, Landmark. And so it just helps you to figure out what the fuck is going on with you and why you're dealing with your shit. So I realized through taking that class, it's like a 3-day intensive, that I don't feel seen or heard. So because growing up, I didn't. Shut your mouth. Stay in a child's place. Children should be seen and not heard. And even my friends, because I was the more docile personality, I always had to do what they wanted to do. So it's a situation where I feel the importance of speaking up for myself these days. And I never wanted to be a situation where people didn't know what I felt because I was holding on to a grudge like, fuck that bitch. I want you to know how I feel. It's going to take me a minute to process through those feelings and like come up with the words.
Opposite. Like, bitch, I don't care. I will cut you off. Now, my thing is you can't cut me off because we're tied in for life. But you can't cut me off. I am not the cutoff bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm the cutoff bitch. But I'm not the cutoff.
You're definitely the cutoff bitch.
But what I do want you to understand is you are seen and heard here. When you first said, I want to do a podcast 7 years ago, bitch, I didn't even know you hardly. And I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
I want to do the shit. Yes. I got topics. I got shit I want to say. You know, I'm working on my you know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And I support you. And bitch, I didn't know you. So when energies collide and when, you know, it's meant, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I want you to know in this space and in any other space that we are in, you are seen, you are valued, you are heard by me, even if I cuss your ass out. Okay?
Okay, bitch.
All right. Now, today's show is...
See, she done her shit. But yes, it is the importance and the power of words. Yeah. So, we're big on manifesting.
We are.
And so it is important that you are intentional with your words, and you see how words can hurt. Yeah. So we always want to be mindful. Some of us more than others. However, we do know that when you speak things, you can speak things into existence. And I know that you're very good with that. With me, it only works with certain things. But with you kind of
do that manifestation thing.
Yeah.
I do. And I think that it's important calling your things to you, because we are higher beings no matter how low we feeling.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We do have the power of the tongue. That's biblical. That's actually in almost every religion.
It is.
That you can speak into existence and things happen, right? So whenever, it's time, even between time, in interim, I'm calling my things to
me.
Those things that belong to me shall be with me soon.
Absolutely. And like you said, that's any religion. That's any religion.
It's
in the Bible. Speak those things that are not as though they were. We like to separate those things, but it is true. The power of your word, the power of life and death is in your tongue.
Yeah.
All of that is biblical. So you can't say that it's not a real thing and you believe in the Bible. So it's like we have to be so intentional, because we can change our life at any moment. That's something that I feel so strongly about that. Like, it's like about changing your tone, and it's about changing the words that you say, because even though you've done it this way for 10 years, today you can decide, I'm not doing that shit no more.
It's so funny that you are hinting on words, because my kid's dad is very critical of himself, right? Yes. Which he should be, because nigga.
and should he got some work to do.
Rightfully so, he does, which I support him in his journey.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I'm just not a part of it.
Yeah.
However, he says this thing all the time: I'm a fuck up. I always been a fuck up. I ain't gonna do nothing but fuck it up.
Yep. And you will.
And even in our marriage, I used to be like, why do you say that?
And see, this is my thing. Because of who you are, was he always like that? Or because I can't see you attracting somebody who...
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
So we've been knowing each other since we were 5, right? Yeah. So growing up, like our families were just around. You know what I'm saying? My aunts, where my mother's play aunt was my mother's boss was his play aunt.
Okay.
And so we just, as kids, were, and then we went to the church, and then growing up, when we finally put the pieces together, it was like, oh shit, we might as well, and he was confident, and he was a singer.
So do you think the place where it was like a shift?
I think that trauma is a very big factor in the switch up.
Absolutely.
In anybody's life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Trauma is the key factor in the switch up. You think about when you start fucking up. When shit just wasn't right? My money ain't right. Like, it's something happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Whether I lost my job, whether
and we think we've dealt with it,
we thought
and
we
think like, oh, get over it, whatever, and that shit will bubble right on back to the surface.
The remnants of it is still affecting you. And one thing that and even death is one of them things that some people just do not
never get over,
back from.
Never get over.
And we have got to look at people's situations by what they've been through too.
Absolutely.
And be sympathetic of that shit. Because sometimes people feel like they a fuck up because ain't nobody ever said congratulations.
Yeah. Because the power of those words. And it's like we laugh about it in the hell. I am smart kind. I am smart. But that when you hear that every day, you begin to believe that. And see, I feel like especially today with our young women, it's like they hear certain things so much. You begin to believe those things.
You do.
And you have to know, and a nigga do a little something for you.
Yeah.
And you think that like, oh, he love me. That's not love, baby girl. And that's the thing I appreciate about my upbringing.
Yeah.
Like I was exposed to nice things from a little girl.
Yeah.
So in fact, you got a BMW. I've been riding in those.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a nice house. I didn't live in an apartment. So I was an adult. I always lived in a house that was owned by my family. Yeah. I've been on an airplane. You feel what I'm saying?
So niggas,
you taking me to Miami, nigga? I done been to Miami.
But you have to realize some people ain't. Some people ain't been outside they 4 blocks.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? Some people went to school in their neighborhood. They go to church in their neighborhood. They grocery shop in their neighborhood. They fuck with the same niggas in their neighborhood.
Going out of town,
they mama and daddy, and you know
Columbus.
what I'm saying? You know, so they've never been or experienced anything or exposed to anything. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes them girls, they like that shit because they ain't never
been nowhere.
That shit. They ain't never seen nobody with it.
But that is the importance of when your kids are young.
Yeah.
Imprint that into them, because can't nobody take that away from them, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I know my worth.
Yeah.
And you bringing this to the table, you're gonna have to step that shit up, because I done been around that already. I done been in $1 million homes and been on trips and yachts and all kinds of stuff.
And my parents love me. I get love. See, the thing is, we could do yachts, we could do boats, we could do Japan, we could do Africa, we could do anything, but if I don't love you, that's traumatic in itself.
Absolutely.
A child could grow up with all the nice shit. But if there's no love there, if there is no nurturing factor there, you know what I'm saying? They will grow up still idolizing those things, still thinking that shit is important, still making sure that, you know, if I don't have, or they're feeling like if I don't have it, I'm inadequate. You know what I'm saying? No. And so the message that we want to is, live in your truth, but let's consider people's truth too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because their truth, so we got some stories. I got some stories.
Oh, we all got some stories, child.
You know what I'm saying?
We would be here forever and a day telling stories. Because we've all been through some shit.
Kind of like that Reesa Teesa 50-part story that I sat all the way through.
Yeah. Like, did you watch his interview after?
You asked me that last time.
That was 2 weeks ago, though.
And you know what's funny about it? I am so uninterested in what this nigga got to say.
It was all lies. It was all complete and utter lies.
First of all, his family said he was bipolar.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, I don't believe nobody who's bipolar.
No.
Because guess what? Your truth.
No. But look what she's gotten from telling her truth. Like, when I tell you, everybody, she done been on Good Morning America and Tamron Hall, all that shit.
And that's what I do understand about delivery. Yeah. Because when she delivered that shit, she delivered it hook,
line, and sinker.
Yes. She was like,
kept you in
and
a
baby, I was just like, I had it on the art. Did you put it on the
playlist or whatever?
Yes. Girl, and when I said I was playing it back, I was like, oh, let me go back because I think I missed something.
Yeah.
What he said?
Or she'll say something in a previous episode and you be like, I remember I said it. And I'll be like, I didn't hear that.
Yes, wait, go back. Which one she said that on?
But that is the importance of words and how we talk about things.
Shift.
Hell, 8 hours. Honey.
I literally had that thing in my ear,
baby, and everybody know who's Reesa Teesa is now. Yeah. We don't know what her real name is. Congratulations.
No, they do have her name. It was something on TikTok that had her real information.
Yeah, well, but congratulations, and you know we salute you here and applaud you,
and these girls too, not just these niggas, because these girls is foul too. I didn't ran into some good men who have been traumatized.
Yeah. But you know what the thing about that too is, though, we as women, we could kind of take that shit over and over again. Yeah. Like we can keep getting punched in the heart. Like, no, but there's still someone. Yeah. And that's kind of where I am. It's like, even though I've been hurt over and over and over again, I still have faith that like there is a good guy out here. He ain't gonna be perfect. Yeah. But he's gonna give me the things that the desires of my heart. And that's what I believe, and that's what I'm manifesting, because I know what I bring to the table, and I know the value that I bring, and it's just taking a little longer for us to find each other, but I still have that hope and that faith that there's a good man out here.
To you. We was just talking about manifestation. You better call that man to you.
Yeah, but in the meantime,
I know you are around.
Indeed.
Come home, husband.
Indeed.
Come home, husband.
But you know
I've been waiting for
you know what? Part of manifestation too is being honest with yourself.
Yes.
So I know that I still have some work to do.
Okay.
I know that there are some things about me that I have to get together before God bring me, because He know He bring me.
I was just about to ask this too, because I asked my friend Shonda.
Okay.
Because y'all both single.
Right? Okay.
So I said, "Are you who you want to date?"
No. That's why I know.
So when you're not who you want to date,
correct?
Do you date? Because let me tell you, I've been divorced for a minute, and my dating, like, I feel like I was dealing with people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as dating, I didn't allow myself to date until I was done dealing with people. You get what I'm saying? And not even just sexually. Like, it's been relationships that I had with people who had me locked in mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even, like, damn, maybe that is my husband. I need to just wait for him to leave his girlfriend.
Here's the thing. No. See, and for me, it's more about I am seeking out companionship. I'm not necessarily, because I'm entertaining multiple gentlemen at this time. So it's not like I have all my eggs in one basket.
Right.
And that's probably another reason why I felt some type of way, because it was like I did like him. He was the main guy, but I ain't closed the door to nobody else. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's just I'm testing the waters.
I only got one egg.
So,
and he had better bring the basket. Okay. I only got one egg, baby. Okay. I ain't know we putting the eggs in the bag, you know.
Yeah, but we're in different places, so it's like for me, I'm entertaining multiple dudes. I'm having fun doing so. You know what I'm saying? Bitch. So I'm not necessarily in a place where I'm like ready to like settle down and like be a wife.
Okay.
Again, because there are still things about myself that I know, like I'm gonna get distracted. When I get a man, I tend to get distracted from my goals. So I just feel like I need to do some more work on my businesses, which I'm also starting another business.
Ooh, I love starting this.
So I know you do. We both do. But I am starting an assistant course. I'm gonna talk to people about being a personal assistant, because I did that for a little while.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm gonna start a course.
And she was the best personal assistant. So if you ever see this, you better know that my friend was your best personal assistant, and you know who you are.
Mm-hmm. Do.
Because I ride at dawn.
Clearly, if you don't know, check episode 1. So therefore, I feel like if there are people out there that want to be assistant, and not just to celebrities, because I have been a personal assistant to a regular person and a nanny to a regular Atlanta family.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start.
But they had to have some money, bitch, because I can't pay for no personal assistant.
They did, yeah.
Talk about regular people.
It's
who is regular can pay for a personal, like, can't nobody pay for no personal assistant.
Well, but in Atlanta, the good thing about it is in Atlanta, doctors, because I was a nanny.
It's not a regular person, it's a doctor.
Okay.
Lawyer, not a regular person, it's a lawyer.
When I say regular person, I mean to differentiate between someone
No, I'm a regular person. I got 2 kids, and I got 2 businesses.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, when I say
I got 2 of almost every goddamn thing, and I need help managing, and I can't afford you, and I'm a regular person.
Okay, bitch. When I say regular, that just is.
I'm regular. Somebody that can afford Shanté Nicole as a personal assistant is not regular. Go ahead.
Okay, well, when I say regular, I just mean from a person who's not in the public eye, because I have dealt with a celebrity who is in the public eye, and I've also dealt with other people who have just like a normal job that they go to and come home from at night, and they're not on TV. So I've done both of those. So I feel like I can give the best of those tips, because there's a lot of people in Atlanta like that. Yeah. So I know a few people who are assistants. So other people have assistants, and
I couldn't see myself assisting.
Listen, it's more than
assisting Baby, I need assistance. How am I going to?
Me too. You know what I got going on.
I'm trying to figure out how you assist somebody.
Listen,
I'm gonna iron your clothes. Like, what do I do?
See, that's why you got to get in the course.
It's too much, like,
because everybody doesn't do that. But you have to look at it from this perspective. It's not necessarily to help. It is sometimes you have to be in service to others in order to be a good leader. So that when you are in a position to be, because I'm gonna need an assistant one day because of all the things that I have going on. So when I have one, I'm gonna know how to treat that person because I've been where they at. So I can have the empathy towards them that they need to be the best at what they're doing, because being of service is a lowly job, but it is very necessary. And you got to be able to follow.
Future personal assistant. I value you.
Listen.
I will always talk to you with respect.
Listen.
And
she will have somebody who will check her if she doesn't.
And I like coffee. Mm-hmm. That's it. To my future. You know, as long as we have a bee and a coffee, we're good.
Yeah, and I will make sure that she is treating you properly.
Exactly.
Because what I'm not
gonna do the course. She gonna do the course.
I'm gonna do the course. So check out for the course. Assistance, please.
To my future personal assistants.
Yes. But again, we're calling
loved.
You gotta affirm, because a lot of times assistants are very talented, awesome people who, it's not that this is all I can do or I'm not the star, because the reality is I'm a star too.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can sing, I make jewelry, I can.
So I don't know why you even played on her top like that. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know why you even played on her top like that, because you already know we from Chicago. You already know. All we need is the funds.
Okay, we're not going there. See,
I'm sorry.
See, now you do need you some of these motherfuckers. You need a little Pookie them in the corner. Now, if I need somebody to throw some hands, this is the bitch that is on speed dial for that expedition. When H&R Block say I got people for that, I got people for that. I don't fight. Never been in a fight in my life.
Just send the funds, shorty.
Okay, we're not talking about that, because that's gonna be a whole nother episode.
Right, okay.
Yes, but we are talking about manifesting those things. So if it's something that you do want to do, and like I said, even in that capacity, like I thank you, God, for putting me in this room with these people. Like, I watched that show growing up. Mm-hmm. So for me to be affiliated with it in some way is like, I would have never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be connected to those people. Watching in Chicago and Maywood as a little girl, like, oh, these people live so in these big old houses. Never would have thought that.
And you're a part of that because you deserve it. See, what I do believe is that God puts us in our surroundings already.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? For us to be in positions to even see.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? To even touch some certain things, to even talk to certain people.
And be in certain rooms.
That's what is for us anyway.
Absolutely.
We have to call that thing to us.
To you, yes.
What?
Abundance.
Not
just enough. That's more than enough.
Abundance.
More than enough.
And guess what? The attitude is gratitude.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful for it because I know it's already mine.
Here. Listen, bitch. So I have a thing where when people ask me when they get in my car and stuff, how are you doing? You know what my response is? Grateful.
Ooh.
I don't say good. I don't say okay. I'm grateful. Thank you.
How are you? Mine is.
Hold on. So my philosophy with that is
grateful.
Yes, I am grateful. Yeah. My philosophy with that is my mood is going to change. I'm going to be sad, upset, worried, whatever. But I'm grateful because of the things that I do have.
Yeah.
I have a car to drive people around in. I have a roof over my head. Yeah. I have not missed a meal during the pandemic or otherwise. So things could always be worse for me. So my attitude is always gratitude, because when you give out gratitude, you attract more to you.
Read the book, The Secret.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You have to be grateful, because it's coming to you.
It's coming. And when when it happens for your friends, you got to be happy for them.
What if it's happening for your friends? It's right next door to you.
So can we share that story from last year when they tried to steal my car, and how at that moment? So this was a couple of years ago. Somebody tried to steal my car. Y'all was there. So I had a Hyundai, so I was a part of that whole shenanigans.
Yeah.
So somebody tried to steal the car. And so I was devastated because my car is how I make my little money. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. I was devastated. I was crying in the parking lot. Like, what am I going to do? I was in the process of trying to move, like all these things, all at one time.
I remember.
All at one time. But you and I were praying at that time, corporately. We was doing it like every day.
Yeah.
Every day. So I'm like, Lord, what am I going to do? Come to find out, because I had a renter's insurance policy along with my auto policy, I was able to recoup, because they stole a lot of stuff out of my car too. But I was able to get money for that in order to have the money I needed while I wasn't going to be able to be working. I had sprained my ankle at that time. It was just literally one fucking thing after another. But we were praying every day, and we said a prayer one day, and it was like, Lord, what it takes others years, you can do it in minutes.
Man. And if you just believe it.
If you have faith, like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how this going to work out. And because of that renter's insurance policy, the guy called me to tell me that this is the amount I was going to be getting back. He did not ask for no receipts, no nothing. Because something else was going on, and I guess they was just trying to process through everything. Not nothing. I listed the items to him. He's like, this is what the amount will be. And it was enough to sustain me and some. And shut up, Josh. So then it was like, when the payment options, you could either get them a check cut to you, you could have them send it to your bank account, or you could put it on your debit card and you could have it in minutes.
To the bank account.
Stop. And the option with the credit card, it says you will receive your money in minutes. And we had just prayed like that morning, like, God, what you take years for others, you can do it in minutes. And those words, in minutes. And I put my information in there, and within minutes, I had the money to take care of all the things that I needed, because that was on its way. But God had set that up, because I almost canceled that policy, but He gave me a discount on my car insurance.
Give me my car.
So I kept it.
Because I need it. Give me my car because I need it.
Give it to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's like,
but you also, let me tell you something too. With that, the energy that you're putting out has to match.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because we get a lot of people that's talking about what they need and what they want, and they actually not matching up with
you got to do
you know
some
what
work
I'm saying?
now. Faith without works is dead.
And that is real. Because guess what? Not only is faith without works dead, we talking about when you're trying to manifest things, you got to operate like you already got the shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got to operate like you already got the crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You finna get put out.
Yeah.
Right. You got to operate like you already been approved for your next spot. You know what I'm saying? Or you lost your job. You got to operate like, I'm going to
give me a hustle together.
Look, I got shit to do. I got money to make.
Yeah, listen, and you know me, when my car was in the shop last summer, I found me another hustle. Yeah. Like, you gotta have that in you, because it's like, God, I know you gonna do it. All I gotta do is be moving my feet. Like, when people ask me, like, what's your strategy for making money? Listen, I get out there and I go get it. I'm not laying in the bed till fucking noon. I'm out here. I'm up at 4:30. Sometimes I get up. Sometimes it ain't till 7. But guess what? I get out here. Yeah. This is what I gotta make. And these are the bills. I don't have it, but I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. End of story. Like, it's gonna come. It's already on the way. I can get a call today that's like, hey, I can change your life today because of the seeds that have already been planted. That's why you gotta know. You gotta know. Don't think nothing was for granted. Even in my situation, the heartache, the pain, the sleepless nights, all that shit, the not getting paid when you're owed the money, all of that, it was preparing me for something better.
Send the funds.
Please. Why? Yes, please send the funds.
Lady. We know.
But you know what? But you know what? God is gonna give me so much more than that. That's gonna be a drop in the bucket. Now, you gonna give it to me. If you keep playing, you gonna give me more than what you owe me.
You know what's crazy about people who play with you? I don't play. Don't fucking play with me, because I'm gonna make you hate me when it's over.
Yeah.
I'm not the bitch to play with. I got a bitch on my shit list right now. She don't even know. She don't even know. No, she know. But she don't even know. Like, don't play with me. because I got something for that ass. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna see it coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is best for you to do right by me.
Listen.
And reap your reward.
Especially when I done right by you.
Fuck with me and have to deal with the remnants.
Yeah.
Of what's to come.
Absolutely.
Like, bitch, don't play with me.
That's and again, manifest.
Spiritually speaking.
What? You know what? I'm going I see what's going on for you. So therefore, I know if you have done me wrong, and this is not no arrogant thing, no nothing. God favors me.
Yo.
And I don't take that as a thing like I'm better than nobody, but all the times that I should have not made it through a situation,
I'm favored.
And it out just like that, God will send me something. You can't treat people that's like that a certain way and then expect to be blessed in your own life, because you know what it's owed. Because even if you can't do it, you could have done something.
What's odd about people, especially people who are claimed to be church people, you know, with beliefs and faiths and all of that thing, right? They forget that you reap what it is that you have sown.
Amen.
So it would behoove you to sow on fertile ground.
What goes around comes around, and when it come back around,
because
it's not what you threw out, honey. it ain't what you threw out.
It would just be better if we just did what we were supposed to.
If we just communicate and try to resolve the situation,
or we could just send the funds.
We could do that.
We could really just
send the funds.
We could really just
send the funds.
We could really just do what we said,
and then we could keep all the bodies buried exactly where they are, and not have to dig them up in order to be able to pay for things because we're being withheld our financial payment for duties that we've already done. We could just leave those bodies buried and not dig them up.
We got shit to do, lady.
We definitely got shit to do, and that money will come in so right handy. And I want us to be friends on the other side of this. So the best way to resolve
we can't be friends after that. We can't be friends after that. Okay. I'll try to ride with you on that one, but when I'm looking at the situation, we can't be friends after that. Because listen, my thing is this: had I not been good to you, had you been able to say that my work was poor, had you been able to critique my work ethic?
Oh, everything was questioned, but at the end of the day, you kept calling me back to come in.
No, because you can't keep critiquing somebody over years. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. And it was
unless you think I'm a simp. And now we got a problem.
Yeah. And we ride
because
at dawn.
You tried me. And now we got to ride at dawn.
Yeah. And it's time to go get the horses out the stable because it's been too long.
You know.
It's been too long.
You know, I tried to corral these hoes up for you.
Yeah, no.
And now you want to play, so now we letting them hoes out.
I've been nice and patient and kind of understand, but that goes back to the seeing and heard shit. Like, you think I'm somebody to fuck with.
Yeah.
After all that I've given unto you.
You know how that ties into the Risa whole Tisa motherfucking shit, bitch? Because she was like, yeah, that motherfucker thought he had one. I'm finna air his shit out so good and so eloquently.
And everybody is
gonna know who the fuck you are, you psychopath. Because who makes up a story?
Bitch. Who sits for 2 hours and 39 minutes in front of a Zoom and it say everything was a lie?
Who walks around in the morning talking on the phone with they pretend
with
brother?
Miguel and what was
you was saying what, bro? Nah, she right here. He said, hey, babe. Hey, what the fuck? That's psychotic. Gee, I have never... When I was captivated by that story. Because I'm like, this nigga... But I ain't gonna lie. A motherfucker stole $1,400 from me and helped me look for it.
Yeah.
Shook down his family and everything.
We've all experienced that, and not to that extent, sis. Not to that extent. But we've all experienced, like, now what now?
He did.
You called... work and said out loud as the VP of the company that your key card is on the weekend lock?
So
we can't get in the building.
And guess what? We was talking about that shit too. I'm like, bitch, you should have knew something. Yeah. You should have knew something when a nigga said, let's go see the house, and the house wasn't available to see. You should have knew something.
Yeah. There were red flags, and the good thing about it is she admitted them. But guess what? Because she decided to tell her truth, that trip to London and Paris that she talked about, somebody gave her one.
I want a trip to London and Paris.
And I heard BMW was giving her that what was it, the X5 with the blue exterior and the cognac interior. I heard BMW was giving her that too. So, who came out on the winning side? But that's the power of words, being open and sharing your story and telling your truth. BMW and what them words can bring to you. And
BMW gave her a car.
BMW of Macon mentioned her in a post with the car that she wanted. Did they give it to her? I don't know, but that would be bogus as hell if they didn't. Because what the fuck is you playing with me for?
No, they had to, because they wouldn't make no big old statement like that. BMW,
yeah,
I want one too.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm really more like Mercedes Benz.
See, I don't really like any of those.
I was riding in a Mercedes Benz truck a couple of weeks ago to Chicago. I cannot remember because I'm not a car girl.
Yeah.
But bitch, it was like I was in a spaceship.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm a Mercedes girl.
You know what I like for luxury truck? I would want an Escalade. I like an Escalade.
Since we're shouting out and calling out what it is that we want, manifestation. I would like a brand new Mercedes Benz truck.
Listen, you better ask for it.
It is mine.
You better ask for it. It already belongs to you.
And it is so.
They're just building
because guess what? He ain't putting me in nothing that's not gonna cross my path.
Yeah, that's right.
He not putting me nothing and that's not supposed to cross my path.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sitting in that bed. I'm like, yeah, that's mine.
Yeah. You have to call those things.
Yeah.
You got to speak it into existence.
I'm so glad we're on a better note, friend.
We are, friend.
This was a good conversation. We definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know, look, we not as I'm sorry, y'all, but it really was about resolution. You know what I'm saying?
It was.
I know, but guess what? It still was. Hey, y'all enjoyed it, right? No, because Blue, you was going to sleep, so I ain't fucking with you today.
Right. Now the other one, when she was turned up, y'all was in heaven. These motherfuckers quoting all kind of lines and shit every 3 seconds. So it was good TV.
It was good.
It was good TV. And listen, again, I didn't like that it was directed at me, but I can say what the fuck good TV is. Yeah. Period. Point blank. End of story. So niggas like controversy. I get it. Bitch, just talk about somebody else. This would be hypothetical.
If it's you, it's you. Don't be asking no questions. I shall tell you no lies. I'm not going to tell you no lies because I love you, bitch. And when you love somebody, you don't lie to them. Send the funds.
We thank you for joining us yet again for a titillizing episode of No Bra Required.
It was a little mild today.
It was mild. We ain't always got to be fucking turned up.
No, we don't, because we turned anyway.
We turned anyway.
Saying? And we love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in where you can feel free to be free and let it all hang out with hashtag no judgment. Till we see y'all again. Bye.